What's up, guys? It's your boy Zayman, and today I'm bringing you a fantastic video about why Elites should be in Halo. Guys, 343 seems to not understand that Elites are an essential part of the Halo gameplay, and so I carefully put together this list, painstakingly put together this list of the top 5 reasons why Elites should be in Halo. So 343, Frank O'Connor, Quinn Del Hoyo, Kiki Wolfkill, Bonnie Ross, all of you, line up and listen, because this is going to teach you exactly why you need to put Elites in Halo Infinite. Okay? The success of Halo Infinite, I hate to say it, depends on if Elites are in the game. So without further ado, guys, I got some delicious Invasion gameplay because it's the last game to feature Elites. I'm not counting Halo 2 Anniversary, and it's probably the best game mode in all of Halo, let's just be honest. So without further ado, let's get right into this list. Number 5, the Machinima Community. Now, this is a weak one, guys, and I know the first thing you're going to be asking is, what Machinima Community? And my answer is, exactly. You know why? Because they took Elites out of the game. Go back to the Halo Reach days, right? I remember there were so many guys on YouTube popping out Machinimas left and right, and they always had Elites. You know, you could see the difference. You had one guy who would do like a space thriller with Spartans. He'd get like 5 views. And then you had someone who would do like a space thriller with Elites. He'd get like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 views easy. The Machinima community thrives on having multiple characters, right? It's boring to have just Spartan on Spartan, the same character. And so, you know, this is, like I said, kind of a weak point. It's not really the gameplay, but you might be asking, you know, well, what does that matter? I mean, it's like you said, Zayman, it's not gameplay. My answer is this. When you're a little kid, right, you stumble upon a Machinima, and you see the characters acting out. I mean, come on, raise your hand. We all did it.
We were all 12 at one point.
We were all 12 at one point. You see that, and you think, man, I can play as an Elite. I can play as an alien. I remember the first time when I saw on Halo 2 that Elites were playable. And I remember what went through my head. I was playing as a Spartan, and then one day I was like, wait, you can change your color? That's crazy. And I saw Species. From that day on, my mind was blown, okay? I was playing as an Elite. It was lit. Halo 3 came around. More customization. The point is, little kids especially, and noobs, which are what games thrive off of, love that type of diversity, okay? I'm not saying Elites are all noobs, Elite players. I'm not saying you're all noobs. But let's just be honest. Having more creativity and diversity in your game, it's going to attract noobs. So the Machinima community will thrive. People will watch these videos if they start making them again, if there's Elites in the game. And it will bring more people to Halo Infinite, which after Halo 4 and Halo 5, we desperately need, let's just be honest, okay? That's number 5. Number 4. Elites have always been in Halo. Now, again, this is kind of a legacy one, but if you think about it, like I said, back in Halo 2, Bungie put Elites in the game. Halo 3, Elites were in the game. Halo Reach, Elites were in the game. Halo 4 comes around, guess why? Because this is the Infinity and we can't have it. Get this stupid dialogue. 343, it's multiplayer. No one is going to play Halo 4 or Halo 5 multiplayer and be like, man, you know, this game's all right, but the fact that I'm a Spartan on the Infinity just completely makes it one of the most satisfying multiplayer experiences of all time. That doesn't happen, okay? The multiplayer is either fun or it's not, okay? There's no, like, storyline that makes the multiplayer better. And in fact, I'm not some nerd, but I know there's some storyline where, like, the Arbiter was training with there's some, what's his name, like Halo follower, or some nerd on YouTube made a video talking about Halo Online, and, like, the story of it was, like, that was supposed to be, like, the first integration of Elites and Spartans training, because you could play as a Elite in Halo Online before they took it down. So I'm not gonna dig deep into it, but the point is, canonically, okay, 343, canonically, it's there. Okay, so you've already written the storyline. So when you say, "Oh well, it's Master Chief's story. The multiplayer is Master Chief's," how is the multiplayer Master Chief's story? First of all, what are you on? Okay, and then second of all, again, Halo 5, no Elites. Halo 2 Anniversary comes out, and you made Elite models, 343, so you could literally copy and paste. I'm going to get a lot of flack and hate for this because people don't understand the difference in opinions, but frankly, 343's Elites look a lot better than Bungie's. That's an unpopular opinion. I know people don't think that. I gotta say it. Jewel Madama looked cool, okay? The Zealot Elite in Halo 4 and Halo 5 looked cool, okay? The Arbiter looks cool. 343's Elites look cooler than Bungie's. There, I've said it, and you already made the models, 343, so that you could literally very easily put that in the game in Halo Infinite, but instead you don't because it's Master Chief's story. So, okay, hey, you said it, Quinn, not me. But let's get to the next one. I've been ranting a bit. Number 3. More factions are better. Now let me explain. Look at other games, like Battlefront, that are kind of based on science fiction, right? With Battlefront, if you want to play as Darth Vader, by gum, you can play as Darth Vader. If you want to play as Emperor Palpatine, you can play as Emperor Palpatine. So why is it that in other games, you can play as whoever you want and live out your fantasies as playing as the Emperor, or live out your fantasies as playing as some alien, but you come to Halo, which is probably one of the most incredibly diverse storylines and faction and species, you know, in it, and you're strictly allowed to play as a Spartan. You know, there are some dudes who've been asking to play as a Brute since, like, Halo 2. Let them play as Brutes, dang it. I mean, here's the thing. You don't need to you can force Spartans to only be in arena, right? But there's also something called casual, which is where most of your players come from and play. I don't spend my days playing arena. I like playing casual. Why? Because I'm not a nerd. Okay? So let the little sweats, let the little pro gamers go play their arena and get the champion and do all that, okay? And let the people who actually want to have fun and enjoy the video game play the casuals as whoever they want. And I'm not saying, you know, you have Brutes, Prometheans, Elites running around. You can, and I'm holding back because it's going to lead into point number 2, but you can think of ways that you can allow multiple playable species and it work well. The point is, the more you have, the more diversity in factions and species you have, the better. I mean, you could really... There was a game that came out this summer. It was a little Xbox Flash game, and it was called Hybrid. Yeah. And it was, you join in, you pick 2 factions, and you fight over... It's like a dominations type thing where you're fighting over battlegrounds. And it was super cheesy, very, very on-the-surface game. I remember playing that the entire summer. I wasn't playing Halo. That Halo was out. I wasn't playing Halo. Minecraft was the rave. I wasn't playing Minecraft. I was playing Hybrid. You know why? Because there was something cool about being part of your faction and fighting to overtake the zones. The point is, people like that. People want to associate themselves. If you want to have a storyline, quote-unquote, immersive experience, add factions. Real talk, 343. But now, as I said, jumping right into number 2, because it's a hybrid or a combination from point number 3, Elites allow for more diverse game modes. Very simple. Invasion. Number 1 right off the top. Invasion, as I said, is probably the best game mode in all of Halo history. I think it's incredibly fun. I think the community thinks it's incredibly fun. I mean, 343, it's the only Halo Reach game mode that's a competitive quote-unquote game mode in the Master Chief Collection, so obviously you recognize that people think it's fun. I'll tell you what, I find matches fast in it, so I think everyone agrees Invasion is one of the best game modes of all time. And that's just where you start. Bringing out this and looking at it, I'm talking about factions now, right? Just Elites versus Spartans. Okay, 343 is teased a grand scale battlefield style. What? Pause. You're getting rid of Elites. You can't, I mean... You've already shot yourself in the foot. Let's talk about how you could actually do this, right? Imagine a Battlefield-style Halo game mode. Spartans versus Elites, okay? You get Phantoms, you get Pelicans, you get Scarabs, you get Elephants, you get Banshees, you get Falcons or Wasps or whatever, you know, the human vehicle is, because 343 can't make up their mind what they like. But the point is, huge, massive scale, Battlefield style. It would be so much cooler to have Phantoms and Scarabs and the Elites on one side than 2 Pelicans and 2 Elephants. That's boring, okay? But if you have the multiple factions, it's cool. You could then even extrapolate. You could have Brute factions, Promethean factions. And look, the point is, people aren't playing a casual game mode to sweat and dominate and have equal hitboxes and to completely destroy the enemy. They're playing it because they want to have fun, okay? I play Halo because I think it's a creative game. I think the sandbox is exciting, and part of that sandbox is the characters, or are the characters that fit within the playable sandbox. And so when you take out Elites, you're cutting your playable sandbox in half. And so that's all I got to say on that one. And I'm going to tease at the end of this video an exciting video coming next. More about Playable Elites. But number one, and this is the one that 343 should take the most note of, because this is by far, again, 343, put your ears on and listen. Number one, you can make a shit ton of money off of people if you put elites in the game. Now, let's be honest. That's all 343 cares about. That's all Microsoft cares about. And so I'm telling you this right now. If you put elites in the game and spent as much time beefing out elite customization as you did Spartan customization, and you put the elites behind microtransactions and put the Spartan behind unlocking, I'd be honest, I would probably buy every single thing. Like, I'm just going to put, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think elites are that cool that I would probably buy every single thing if you just put it behind microtransactions. You could do this in such a way that if you want to, grind and be the tryhard dude, that's the Spartans unlocks. And then the elites are the casual, here's your battle pass or here's your microtransactions, and you make it through that. I don't think that's hard to do. That'd be pretty easy, and I'm willing to bet a lot of the Halo community would probably respond all right to that, because it's like, hey, if you want to just play as a Spartan and have your Halo Reach customization style, you can. Or if you want to be an elite and you want to pay, you can do it as well. So that's all, guys. This video is getting a little bit long. Real quick, I'm going to tease a part 2. I want to flesh out game modes and how elites could be properly integrated, okay? So part 2 is going to be coming out either next week or the week after. Stay tuned. I'm going to be breaking down the best ideas I've had and the best ideas I've seen about how elites could be better integrated within Halo. Other than that, this has been your boy Zayman. Let me know what you think if you want Playable Elites, and I'll catch you later. Peace.